give me a name or two that Red Sox fans back home are not paying attention to and should. Whether that's for opening day or someone who's going to impact something down the road, like who, give me a surprise name or two to keep an eye on.
Well, I think Luis Guerrero has looked, he's a name that people are familiar with, but probably not thinking about a whole ton. But gosh, he just looks the part of elite late innings guy. Somehow in the middle of last season, he figured out how to just start pumping strikes in Worcester. And once you're doing that, with when you're sitting 97 to 99 with a couple of good with a good slider and good split, that is an awfully interesting guy. And he certainly, the way that he carries himself, he's a big strong dude who has zero fear about anything, right? We know that he's overcome a lot in order to be in this position, to be a major league pitcher. He is a remarkable story in persistence and determination. And that it's not hard to imagine that kind of mentality working really, really well in a late innings role. So he's been kind of an exciting arm for them. And then further down in the organization, not someone who you think about for the start of the major league season, Mikey Romero is getting a pretty good amount of run in major league games right now. Yep. He was the first round pick in 2022 in the year when they took Roman Anthony in the second round. He has put on he had his first healthy professional offseason this winter, and he looks like he has a big league body now. He's 205 pounds, and that's really good strength. He's done a nice job in big league games of managing at bats and just looking like his movements are those of a really good baseball player.
I'll throw you a name that I've really enjoyed watching. I don't know where he'll find, but Austin Adams he's throwing really well. He's performed well in the games, and I don't know if you've gotten a chance to really watch him up close. He makes his intensity makes Liam Hendricks pale by comparison. I mean, have you seen the video from last year against the Mets?
I have not.
Go find it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, he ends the apparently they DFA'd it at some point, and he has not forgotten. And he gets a strikeout, I think it is, to end the inning, and turns to the entire Mets dugout and goes, "Oh my God!" And they're upset. And they're coming out. And he's dropping F-bombs, pointing at him.
Oh my gosh!
So I had seen that, and I talked to him a little bit about it. And he comes out here in his first spring training game, and he's pointing at batters and yelling at them here.
I love it.
Park.
I love it.
And I told him, I was like, "Dude, you're pretty intense." And he goes, "Listen, he's trying to take my job. That batter is trying to take my job away. I'm not letting that happen." He's not joking around. And it's really fascinating because he came from Oakland, right? He'd had some success in Oakland. It was kind of a surprising DFA. They did it to get out of arbitration. Fine. But he says, listen, and I talk about analytics. He goes, "I'm all in. I love the information. I like it all." He goes, "But when I'm on the mound, these pitching coaches and these pitchers now, they all talk about looking at the mitt and trying to execute. I don't care about that. I'm looking at the guy. Me against him. I'm going to win this battle." I'm like, "All right, dude. If you make this roster, Boston is going to love you." And he says, 10 people have told me that. So keep an eye on him. I have no idea.
Let's mic him up. Get him mic'd up.
With a delay. Yeah. With a 20-second delay. Let's not go live on that. Yeah. But, he's had a good camp so far. Yeah. So keep an eye on him. He's got major league experience. He's been pretty good. Again, that's the competition and the depth. Yeah.
That's right. The depth, right? They are the way that you hear a lot of them describing it is they're elevating the floor of what the team is. And again, the pitchers, the bar keeps getting raised on the pitchers in ways that are really important because they've been an organization that was light on stuff over the last handful of years, quite frankly. Since 2019, really, they've been relatively light on stuff, and now we're seeing them kind of catch up on that.
Yeah, and then you'll have whoever we didn't get to the Oscars. I know you're chomping at the bit to get to the Oscars, but there's the Joely Rodriguez Award for whatever minor league guy who's going to make the team, maybe over a guy on the roster.
He was an animated short? I don't know.
Yeah, animated short. That's perfect. But an Adam Ottavino, who had a good first appearance, and if he has a good camp, there's a chance he makes the team.
Absolutely.
Because they'll have somebody with options they can hide, which was the Brennan Bernardino animated short in Worcester who came back, right? But again, that floor raising because even guys who are not on the roster right now have a really good chance of doing something.
Yeah, I mean, you think about Adam Ottavino, who is really, this is someone who has 20 Northeastern product Good for him, who is entering into his 20th professional baseball season, but who has a long track record of success. He's been a consistent contributor as a guy who knows, who has an elite sense of how to pitch and who has known how to get batters out, who's been a really good late innings reliever for the last decade. And that's someone who's on the roster bubble. That says something.
Right. Matt Moore comes in late. And again, with time, but we'll see what happens. But that's, 2012, go look at the prospect rankings.
Yeah.
In 2012, it's the greatest full page ever, right?
Number
1, Matt Moore.
2013 ALDS,
Number 2, Bryce Harper. Number 3, Mike Trout.
Yeah.
But number 1 was Matt Moore.
Absolutely. He was in 2013 ALDS. He was kind of the next big thing. And then I think some members of the Red Sox, maybe a Mr. David Ortiz might have taken him.
Yeah, twice. 499, 500.
Yep.